Let's watch this.
Okay, so I think this comment is very important.
Stripper lives matter. As we know, stripper lives matter. These strippers ain't making that much money. Let's watch this.
And I completely agree with this comment. I understand that I am putting out content like my pin TikToks and my what I make in a night as a stripper are like really inflated numbers, right? Like what I make in a week, that video that I posted, I made 10 grand in a week. That is not every week. The video I just posted where I'm like, oh, I'm making, $400,000 a year roughly. That is not most strippers. So the majority of people watching this video are like, holy shit, I should be a stripper. Or, I'm in the wrong career, blah, 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 blah. You need to understand that I'm dancing in two of the biggest cities in the United States. I'm dancing in Miami and I'm dancing in Vegas. And I'm also working 5 to 6 to 7 days a week. Miami and Vegas, the clubs I'm working at, they're 75,000 square feet. They're fucking ginormous clubs. There's hundreds of girls working. It's very competitive. That is not the majority of strip clubs in the United States.
And just know that strippers are doing something extra on the side for more money, whether it's giving a blowy or going in the back, letting these dudes take them to Pound Town for extra cash. They'll do a little something for extra change. And it's funny when a lot of strippers go into real estate too. They try to sell homes and stuff. And I don't know how you can transfer those booty shaking skills to selling homes, but a lot of strippers go into real estate as well when they've aged out of stripping.
I don't know anything about outside of the United States, so if that's your wheelhouse, like leave comments, whatever. I'm not going to pretend to be educated on stuff that I'm not aware of at all. I work in the United States. The majority of clubs are like 30 to 70 girls a night, maybe at a bigger club. And they're not making $400,000, $500,000 a year. I work 5 to 6, 7 days a week. I work in two of the biggest clubs in the United States. Very extremely well-known clubs where like if you were to go to my city and Google strip club, it's like the first club that pops up on Google. If you were to Google biggest strip clubs in the United States and then look at the ones in my cities, those are the clubs I'm working at. Like they're huge clubs. So this is not the majority of women, and I don't want to come on here and act like all sex workers are making this money, because there's a lot of sex workers that are still struggling to pay their bills. They're struggling to feed their kids, and I understand that.
What cracks me up is how these strippers, you got strippers who do OnlyFans, stripping, and then they do like they charge guys to have sex. How are you doing these three things and you're still broke? That is insane to me, but it's stripper life.
I understand that I'm in a position of privilege and, this is not this easy for the majority of women. So don't think that this is what's going to happen for you if you enter this industry. And obviously social media, it's a highlight reel. You have to understand that too. Like no one's going to post their bad nights or their bad months, Last night I went to work, I sat there for 7 hours, I made $120. You didn't see a TikTok about that. You know what I mean? So it's like, you need to also...
Shaking that ass for 7 hours, just booty cheeks flapping while you eating your chicken wings, looking at her strip. I never been to a strip club. I've never been to a strip club, bro. I'm 33, never been to a strip club because I'm cheap. Unless they allow me to come to the strip club with a jar full of quarters, I will go to a strip club so I can just make it rain with some quarters. So like just throw some quarters, but they don't let you bring quarters. So that's why I'm not going to go to a strip club. If I can't go to a strip club with a jar full of quarters and nickels and pennies, I'm not going to go to a strip club. It is what it is,
think about that as well.
Last night, I barely made shit, and I was like, cool, whatever. Another day, another dollar. You feel me? But 2 bad nights in a row, I don't know when's the last time I've had a week like this. Like, I haven't had a night where I didn't make shit in, like, a very long time.
But the things about these scrippers, right? These scrippers be finding guys. We call them scrippers. SKRIPPER, scrippers. They'll find a simp at the club who... these simp ass niggas, they'll be at the club and listen, I want to take you out this lifestyle, I want to change you and stuff. And it's like, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife, but guys are like this when they go to the script club with the scrippers, you know? Scripper lives matter.
Like, this is probably like the second night that this has happened where I didn't walk out of there with not even a dollar. And I was trying tonight. Everyone that I approached was like, oh, I don't do dances. I'll get a dance later. Whatever. Girl, I didn't make no money on stage. I only got on stage one time. But everybody I was approaching was not fucking with me. Like, I didn't make shit. It really wasn't a lot of people in there. It was a lot more than it was yesterday and Monday, but I didn't get lucky tonight. This shit got me like so over it.
Okay, so I just want to say this because this is something that I see a lot. Stop thinking that you want to be a dancer or you want to get tricked on or you want to live any type of fast life just because of how you see the next chick living. Because yeah, you do got chicks that really do get in that life and they really do just be getting to the bag. Like, they really do got dudes that want to throw that bag on them, but it's a lot of chicks that be selling cat and dancing that be still broke. Like, some chicks just like to be around dudes with money even if nobody's giving them any money. I don't know. So yeah, I just want to say that. And a lot of these chicks be reposting the same money, trying to act like they be getting to it every day, or like they dance with 5 girls and the money has to be split between 5 people and they try to act like that's all their money. So yeah, I just want to say that a lot of these chicks have clout. They know a lot of dudes that got the bag. So don't get in that type of lifestyle counting somebody else's pockets. Just because dudes will blow it on the next chick or they spend a certain type of money on her don't mean they gonna do it for you. Like, it's some chicks that just don't. If you don't got no whole bunch of dudes that want to spend money on you, don't try to force it. Like, go to school or something. That's not everybody lane.
They say sex workers are the first to let you know if there's a recession, and let me tell you, they're right, and we are. Not only are we actively in it, but we've been in it for a little bit. But now it's bad. I'm currently a dancer. Went back after a 2-year break in December, and before that 2-year break, I had only danced for a year. Now, in my first year, y'all, please don't judge me. I'm just gonna be very transparent. But in my first year, I made so much money that today, I am still living off of savings from 2 years ago. I started dancing in September, but at the time I was still working full-time for the state of Texas. I was a social worker. I had just moved to Austin, so my rent...
Just know social workers are broke. Whenever you meet a woman who says, I'm a social worker, just know her goofy ass is broke. I knew a social worker, she was about to move out of her apartment because they raised the rent $50 fucking dollars. Why would you... The amount of money you would have to move in... Does that make any sense? But social workers are broke. So don't feel like these social workers are balling in money too. They broke too.
Had just like fucking doubled, and moving to Austin was not cheap. So I had maxed out all my credit cards, gone through the savings that I had at the time, which with social work had taken me years to build up, and I just like went through it in that move. So as soon as I signed my lease in Austin, I got some dancer shoes and I took myself to the club because I need to make all that money back and I need to make sure that I'm good to go. On top of that, 3 weeks into moving to Austin with that job, I lost the job. But so I had started dancing in December when I was still full-time, so I was only dancing weekends. And I was doing pretty good, but definitely not enough to like fully live off of, especially because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, so I wasn't really hustling. Like, I was being very baby dancer about everything. So October was my first full month where like that was my only employment and I really had to like see how far it could take me. So instead of just working weekends, I committed to working every single day, multiple different shifts to see like which shifts worked out best for me. Eventually I settled on working 4 days a week, roughly 8 to 9 hour shifts. The month of October, I made $43,000. I made the mistake of thinking that it was going to be like that every single month. And so my spending habits immediately went crazy.
What did I tell you guys? Women's spending habits are crazy. And even if a woman's making 6 figures, her spending habits are going to make that money disappear. When women brag about, I make 6 figures, I'm a boss chick, just know that her spending habits are out of control.
Met a friend at that club and she had been wanting to do a lot of traveling and dancing, so we started traveling as dancers, and turns out that dancing in different states is not the same. It's actually very expensive, and yes, sometimes you definitely can make a lot more money, but all I'm gonna say is I do well in Austin. Okay, so I stay in Austin. November is also kind of a big deal in Austin because of F1, and in November, I made another like $37,000. So naturally, with those 2 big months, I didn't work at all. December, January, February, like I just took off and I was traveling with my friend. And when I came back in March, which is also a big deal in Austin because of South by,
What do these hoes do when they start making that bank? They travel and spend all that money.
and just spring in general, I had a big month again where I made like $20,000. And let me tell you, that was the last of my big hits. But I'll admit, those were all very big hits. And that was my beginning, so I thought that was going to be like a standard thing. Bitch! No.
So I'm just here pumping gas, done with my day. And I was
This woman looked like, oh my gosh, she looked like, I thought this, she looks too masculine. I'm not, looking like she looks like she does UFC instead of stripping.
thinking about how like low key it takes so much courage to stop scripting. Like it's been heavy on my mind. Like, damn dude, you were making like $1,000 a night.
Y'all ever see that Mel Gibson movie? It's called Apocalypto. She looked like one of those Aztec warriors. This face is not, She ain't getting none of my money.
You know, $600, like whatever, every night's different, you know? And like as a business owner, like yes, you have very successful days. Hold on, my gas is dead. Okay, like I was saying, you know, every night is so different. And yes, you know, as a business owner, you do have very successful days, weeks, months, you know, but it's like, it takes a lot of fucking courage to be.
Her tits are so big that when she does like UFC fighting, she uses her tits as weapons. Like she like that with her boobs are so big, she be like it's a weapon, like, and then she puts the tip back in, like that. It's like putting a gun back in the gun holster. Her tits are that big.
Like, I'm not gonna live this life anymore, you know, and I'm gonna make an honest living. I'm gonna change my lifestyle. I'm gonna learn how to budget. Like, there's so much sacrifice that comes with retiring from the scripper world. And they don't talk about it. Like, I don't know if I'm not on the right side of TikTok or not, but it takes a lot to change, you know, the money, to change the lifestyle you used to have to a more budgeted lifestyle. So if you are a ex-scripper, you know, girl in the industry, I commend you, because it is hard and it is tempting to just like want to go back. But when you find something that's so fulfilling, like for me, it's helping women feel better in their body post-surgery or not post-surgery. It's obviously more fulfilling. It's more rewarding than dancing at all. Like, yes, the nights felt good in the moment, but it just doesn't feel the way it feels in the, you know, position I'm in now, in the space I'm in now. But yeah, that was just like a little, you know, Friday rant, because normally on Fridays, you know, you think, hell yeah, like everyone got paid, you're about to make a lot of money. But now it's like, you know, I'm here closing up my shop and obviously still feeling very abundant and blessed, but in a different way. So yeah, just wanted to talk about that. Happy Friday.
Okay, so I've never begged for anything on social media before, but please, somebody make this go viral, or like repost it, whatever, do something to it so more people can see it, because I need help. Okay. The adult entertainers in California are considered employees because of like this thing called Assembly 5. Basically what happened in 2020 was some of the independent contractors, like mainly the Uber and Lyft people, said that they wanted to be paid hourly, and somehow the strippers got put into the same conversation. Because of that, it's allowed clubs to basically take 60 to 75% of the dancers' money, which, mind you, that's almost like legal pimping. but like it's legal and the clubs can get away with it because they're considered employees. So let me break it down for you so you can kind of understand what the experience is like for the dancers that are specifically in California. Because mind you, I've danced in other states before, and I understand that it comes with the territory to pay a house fee, tip the managers, tip the bottle girls, tip the waitresses, basically kind of just make sure that everyone around you is taken care of. But what you're not going to do is take money from the dances that I make. So let's say a dancer makes $800, which mind you, that's really good. That's a lot of money. But because the club took 60 to 75% of the money that she did make on the floor doing those VIP dances, she really made almost $2,000. Depends on if they're taking 60, 65, or 70, 75%. But she basically made $1,700 to $2,000. But she's only going to see $800 to $900 of that money. Like, what the fuck? Are you... And then you might say like, oh, well, just choose a different profession. Some girls literally like, this, we just like doing this. This is like dancing is fun. It's the thing. But just because this is your chosen profession doesn't mean that they should take money out of take from the money you're making. And let me break it down for you even more, right? So the clubs will make you pay a house fee, right? But it's not a house fee because, we're considered employees. So the first 4 to 7 dances, depending on how much your dances are or how much your VIP is, will go straight to the club. That's $100 to $180 that goes straight to the club. Then after that, they'll take 60% of all of the dances or VIPs that you do afterwards. So let's say a VIP, someone at the club that I'm at, it's $500 for an hour. Mind you, I worked out of state before. For an hour, for me, is normally $1,000. So it's $500 here. But I would only see $300 of that money. $300, bitch? $300? You lucky this is some fast fucking money and I don't feel like getting a real job because, like, well, this is a real job. I'm a musician. Like, this is temporary. But, like, it's just
Broke artist, stripping, musician. And best believe she's fucking producers for tracks and beats and stuff.
really annoying. And I'm so sick of feeling like I need to only travel out of state to go make money because of the way that the dancers are treated here. So I'm here to explain it to you so you can kind of understand what's going on, and because I really do want to fight this. I'm sick of complaining. Complaining can only get you so far. I fought a government system before in my high school. I won. I was against the council or whatever, the school board people, whatever, and I won that shit. So this would just be the same thing on a different level. My goal is to get basically adult entertainers and it is just adult entertainers out of that bill, so we can be considered independent contractors again. Because honestly, this is fucking insane. It gives the club a chance to be legal pimps, and then they blame it on the fact that you're getting paid minimum wage. So let me break it down for you some more, because you are getting paid minimum wage, right? Let's say that you come to the club, you make the house fee, which is $100. Let's give you the minimum. I'm at the median of what they are, like $150, but that's all you make. So basically, you just gave the club $150, and you just left with $50 because the minimum wage is $16 in California. And then they're saying that we're employees, but there isn't really any insurance. We're not getting like actual employee benefits except for minimum wage, bitch.
Why would a fucking stripper get employee benefits? All you do is shake your ass. That ain't no work.
Except for that little small ass, disrespectful ass check. And then they say, oh, well, you're getting the tips and on top of that. But you're taking money away from me. Hard-earned money, bitch. This shit is not easy, and we have to pay for all this shit. You think dancers look sexy immediately, bitch? I mean, we're all fucking cute, but like, bitch, we didn't wake up like this. We didn't wake up with our shit done. The fuck? So all of this shit is still being paid out of pocket but then you can't put it on your taxes unless you're doing other stuff that is that makes you an independent contractor, you know? So it's just like, it's so much into it. And then also because we are hourly, we can't work more than 5 hours at most clubs. And they're like, oh, unless you're already in a VIP room or you're doing something to actually make money. So let's say I am working those 4 hours. They're going to send me the fuck home. I can't wait until the club gets more packed and work. When I worked in Texas, like, I would literally work from 11 a.m. all the way to 4 a.m. in the morning, bitch. I kid you the fuck not. If you know someone that saw me, bitch, I was in the locker room taking naps, and I would be, my ass would be back on the floor making money. Because if I didn't make money in day shift, you best believe I was there for night shift. The fuck? Or if I made a lot of money in day shift, I'm gonna stay for night shift because it's good and the customers are like, I'm in the mood. Let's fucking go. But I can't do that here. So if I make no money here, I guess I just didn't make no fucking money. I guess I just gave the club money. It's a mess. It is such a mess. And adult entertainers are just being treated, basically, it just feels like you're being treated like shit. And then once again, oh, you chose this profession, but that it shouldn't have to come down to it. You're already getting money taken out of your taxes. We're already getting fucked by Uncle Sam. Nobody wants to get fucked by the club too, you know? So if anybody can just help, please, I broke this down so you could understand.
A stripper online begging for help. Like, y'all signed up for this. The club's always going to take their percentage. I don't know what these strippers are. Well, they stripping, so they're not that smart.
What we are going through in the state of California. I'm sick of going out of state to dance. I mean, it's fine. So somebody invite me out there. But it's really hard for some of the girls here. And the clubs don't make it any better. Luckily, you know,
your best bet is just to strip on OnlyFans. Do videos, like, if you complaining so much about the damn club. But I don't know. How is life for these women? If these women are doing some extra shit for money at these clubs, they're giving blowies, they're getting bent over in the back. Like, these women are, and some of these women are banging out the club owners too, because these are boss guys. These are like guys in leadership positions. So if you think the boss ain't hitting this, like, you're sadly mistaken.
Just alive, and I guess we just make a little bit more than other people, but still, we're still getting fucked in the ass. So I need help. If someone can help me figure out how to go against
Y'all trying to help her out, bro? Let me know in the comments. Are y'all going to try to help these scrippers out in California?
the state of California, or kind of fix that assembly bill, take us out of there. I am going to start going to city council meetings. If you're a dancer, you just want to help, and you're in the state or out of state or something, help. Help me. If you know information about the council in California or something like that, help me. Please reach out. If people could just repost it, share it with people, because I really want to do something about it. So, yeah. I hope this was a great breakdown for you. Please, I don't know if it's gonna go viral, but please just share this. Oh my fucking God.
And her seat thing in the back, it looked like she has a dog, because it looks chewed up too. So these broke stripper hoes are mad that they are broke. Do not save them, fellas. Continue to hold the line. Have you dealt with scrippers? Let me know in the comments what's your experience dealing with broke scrippers. Again, do not ever waste your time going to. I feel like I never been to a strip club. When I go to a strip club, unless they allow me to go to the club with a jar full of quarters, nickels, and dimes. If they're not open-minded of that, then I don't need to go to a strip club, because quarters, that's money too. Be grateful. These hoes should be grateful for quarters as well. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'll holler at y'all. Peace.